What's up, guys? Dustin Heiner here with Master Passive Income, and I want to share with you something I learned a long time ago that property managers charge so much money. In fact, different managers charge different fees. They call it different things, but I want to talk you through and walk you through and what to look for and seeing how much property managers charge and even what they can charge for and everything that you can actually get them to not charge you. We don't want to get overcharged. We're fine with paying them for doing the right work that needs to be done on our properties, but we're not fine for them just to make money on us for no reason whatsoever. As we're talking about how much do property managers charge, we got to realize that these are our quarterbacks in our real estate investing business. See, I buy properties all over the country. My students in the real estate wealth builders community, they buy properties all over the country, but we do not manage them ourselves because we have property managers run the business for us. At the same time, we're not paying for the property managers. In fact, we don't pay for our property managers. We don't pay for our taxes. We don't pay for insurance. We don't even pay our mortgage. Our tenants pay for all that stuff. So we account for the property manager before we buy the property, and we pay the property manager. So these are our quarterbacks. There's probably a reason why in the NFL, the quarterbacks are the highest paid players ever. The quarterbacks are because they score. They make you money. That's what our property managers do. They make us money. So we're not doing this to try to get out of paying them. No, we pay them and we pay them well, but we don't want to overpay them. We don't want to waste money because they say, well, I just want to charge you for this. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the first fee that you would normally find is the property manager fees on a monthly basis. Now, what people usually ask me is, well, Dustin, what's the normal fee for a property manager? Well, what it really comes down to, it's not just a normal fee, like percentage or anything like that. It really depends on the city or the state. Now remember, I invest all over the country. I have students that invest all over the country, and every single place that we go, property managers would charge differently. Some may charge a percentage, some may charge like $100 a month or a flat fee. It could be a bunch of variations. If there is an average that we have, it would be about 10% of the rents every single month is a decent, it's a really good amount of rent. If it was a flat fee, I'd say anywhere from like $75 a month to $100 a month. If it's flat, it should not be like $200 a month. That's a lot of money. Well, I mean, it can if you're getting $3,000 in rent. But you're going to find that in different cities, you're going to have flat fee. You're going to have a portion of being percentage, or you have all percentage, or flat and portion being percentage. You're going to have a whole bunch of different types. But what you're going to see is, as you're interviewing property managers, you're going to see everybody in this one city, they charge relatively the same. They're trying to be competitive. What's great, and there's a huge pro tip I'm going to give you, negotiate with every property manager. Always negotiate. Say, I've already talked to Joe over here, and he's charging me 10%. You want 12%? Well, I might go with these guys unless you can change. Oh, yes, we can lower to 10%. Negotiate, negotiate, negotiate. Always negotiate. So depending on each city, you're going to have different ways that they charge. But like I just said, 10% is usually the average, but if you have a flat fee, it's probably about $100, give or take around there. Now, there are going to be plenty of fees, not just the monthly fee. There's so many other fees. In fact, there are some sneaky ones, which I'll get into later on in the video. Watch to the end because I'm going to give you some sneaky ones that you need to watch out for. But other ones that are plain as day is a leasing fee. Now, the leasing fee is if you have a property and they're going to find you a tenant, they're going to work hard, they're going to list it, they're going to show the property, they're going to get signing contracts and all that stuff with tenants. Well, they got to be paid for doing that work, which is completely understandable. Now, what you're going to get, most places are saying 1 month's rent. So the first month's rent is all of the property managers. Like, shoot, I'm only able to rent it for 12 months out of the year. I can't add extra months. You're taking 1 month out of the year. Oh my goodness, I'm only going to be renting it for 11 months or making money out of 11 months. Remember, this is a huge pro tip. Negotiate. What I've literally done is said, you want full first month's rent. How about I pay you half? Let's do half. And we probably settle on maybe 3/4 or something like that. Any money saved every single month in passive income or in a leasing fee is money saved, a penny saved, a penny earned. So I saved that money and I made that money. So you want to negotiate that. But the average is probably about half a month's rent or a couple $100. I would say at minimum would be about $250 to actually lease the property. Maximum would be $1,000. Anybody, like if you have first month's rent and you're renting the house for $2,000, they do not need $2,000 for leasing the property. I would go get a leasing agent, just a leasing agent, pay them less, or market it myself. For $2,000, I can do a lot. So watch out for how much they're charging there as well. Another thing you need to look out for is releasing fee, releasing fee. If your tenant's been in over a year, you're going to need to have them sign another lease. Once they sign another lease, your property manager might say, you know what, we charge you the first year, but the second year we got to make money again. So we're going to charge you another first month's rent. Like, wait, you're charging me another month's rent, even though they're already in there. You've already done the work. You're just literally sending them an e-document for the sign and I'm paying you for that? No. Change that. Literally try to get them like $200 for a releasing fee. They got to do a little bit of work and, you understand that. But that's something you absolutely need to watch out for because they're going to gouge you. They're literally going to take that money from you. And it's like, no way. I work hard for this money. I bought this property. It's my property. So absolutely negotiate that releasing fee. Here's another one you need to watch out for is rehab costs. Now, what they might do is charge you, let's say 10% for any work that needs to be done in the house. They charge you 10% on top of what the contractor, let's say the contractor comes in and says, it's going to be a $3,000 job to fix up this property. Well, we're going to tack on 10%, which is $300. So instead of $3,000, you're paying $3,300 or $3,300. You're paying $300 extra for the property manager to make a phone call. Well, I personally don't like that. Now, if it is above, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, then it's a lot more work on their end. They're checking the property. They're calling up all the contractor and handyman. They're coordinating all that sort of stuff. So they have to be paid. But if it's a regular maintenance type thing, no. And on top of that, I usually try to find property managers, and most property managers don't charge this. I take that back. Half would probably charge and half wouldn't. I love property managers that say, no, my 10% that I get every single month, that goes towards fixing up the property as well. So what I would suggest is look for property managers that do not charge a 10% or a percentage fee on any rehab maintenance calls. I even had, here's another sneaky one. And so throughout this video, I'll actually give you all these sneaky ones that they're going to throw in there. They might say, well, anytime there's a maintenance call, we're going to add 10%. So if the toilet's leaking, they send a handyman out, it's going to be $50. You're going to pay $5 more, 10% extra for this. You don't want that. All they're doing is filling the phone call. Like, what am I paying you every single month 10% for if you're going to charge me all over again? So don't let them charge that. Line that out or cross that inside their property management agreement. Cross that out. You don't want that in there. Another one would be property inspections. I personally don't really have my property managers go there once a quarter, once a year, or anything like that. When there's a problem, they go over to the property. But if you want to have your property manager actually inspect the property, take the time to drive there, walk through the property, check to make sure the tenants are doing good, which is totally fine. It's totally doable. But just be aware, they're going to charge you for that extra, once a year or biannually. They want to make sure that they're getting paid for that extra work of driving out there. Or it actually could be inside the price of everything that you're already paying for in your property management fee. So watch out for that sort of fee. Another fee, and this one is kind of okay, is the eviction fee. Actually evicting a tenant. That takes a lot of work. Number one, trying to collect money over and over again. But if you're actually having to go to the eviction court, they're going to have to charge for their time. They're not actually getting paid for that. So what I actually have some property managers that don't charge extra for the eviction fee, but there are plenty that actually do. So you want to watch out for how much they're going to charge and how long it's going to take, and if they're going to have any extra work that they're going to have to charge you any extra after that. Watch out for the eviction fees. I personally like property managers that have that included in their property management, that the eviction fee, it's just part of their time because that's just part of managing the property is in the eviction process. Now, you would have more fees for eviction, like the court filing fee, your lawyer fee, writing a writ, which means, the sheriff the deputy goes out to the house, kicks out the tenant. You're going to have all that stuff as well, but you're going to have these other fees. But try to get your property manager not to charge you extra for the eviction process. Now, this is what you've been waiting for. I'm going to give you some more sneaky fees. I've kind of trickled a few in there, but here are some really sneaky fees that you don't want to pay for. Number one would be a setup fee. Basically, setting up an account, like saying, yes, I'll work for you as a property manager. Charging you just to say yes, like they don't need to do anything. They might put your account in a computer or something. There's no setup charge. There's nothing. It's just silly. I always line out setup charges. Those are ridiculous. Another one is they might charge you or say they're going to charge you if and when the property is not rented. It's like they want to keep making money even though you're not making money. I always tell them, hey, what's this line item here where it says if the property's not rented, you get a minimum of $50 a month? Like, why? How about instead of that, if the property's not rented, you give me a minimum of $100 a month in rent because I'm counting on you to rent the property. They'll be like, no, we can't do that. Like, well, good. Take out that stupid charge of making sure that I'm charged every single month if it's not rented. If I'm not making money, you're not making money. That's your job, is to make me money. Another one would be like an advertising fee. Remember, we're already paying them the first month's rent or a portion of the first month's rent to actually get the property leased. But let's say they want to actually do advertising. Like, no, that's part of your money that I'm paying you up front with that first month's rent. When they move in, you collect that first month's rent and you keep it. I don't get that. That is what you do. That's what you use to make sure that you market the property right. That's leasing, that's finding properties or tenants, that's finding, it's the setup fee, that's advertising, that's showing. All that is encapsulated inside that one fee. But what you're going to find is property managers going to say, shoot, this landlord might not know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to add this line item in here. No, we don't want to have that sneaky fee at all. Another one would be a late fee. Now, I've had property managers say all the late fee, let's say it's $40 for the late fee. We're going to get the property managers getting 100% of that late fee. I tell them, no, I need money too. Like, even though you need money, I completely and wholeheartedly understand. If you're a property manager, you got to get paid for the extra work to actually track down the money, go to their house over and over again and wait for it and all that sort of stuff, calling them up. I completely understand that, but I need money as well. So if the property manager is saying, well, we need to at least be making the $40 because that's our minimum, say, well, charge $80. So I get $40 as well. You need to make sure that you adjust it. And then this is most people wouldn't think of that. They might just say, oh, okay. No, have them charge more as a late fee. Now, a late fee is also going to be good for you because you're going to be making money, keeping them from actually paying late. I don't mind making a little extra money, but I'd rather have them pay on time, be happy with the property. So don't let them take all the property late fee. What you should do is say, here's a late fee. Let's just cut it in half. I get half. You get half. And here's another sneaky fee that they're going to try to take from you, but it should be all yours, the pet fee. Now, you may charge, and what I usually charge, I strongly suggest you charge an extra money, like $25 a month extra per pet up until like 4 pets. And then there's just too many. You can't have that many more pets because it's going to be junk inside your house because of all the poop and pee and all that sort of stuff. But what you might have with the property manager might say, well, we get that fee. We get that pet fee. Like, no, you don't. That pet fee is a deposit basically to help me clean it when the house is vacated by the pets and the pet owner. Once the tenant's out, I need that money to clean that property. So don't let them take any of that pet fee. That should be all yours, 100% yours. Also, if you are paying your utilities, well, it's a tip that I'm going to give you. Sometimes in some cities, the utilities follow, like the water and sewer and garbage, follow the property, not the tenant. Even though the tenant can put it in their name, this is like literally some deep like type coaching here, because you would probably never hear this. But if the utilities is attached to the tenant, and you don't have to worry about it, but in some areas, the utilities would be attached to the property. Now, the tenant would put it inside their name, even though it's inside their name, even when they move out, of course, they're going to try to collect there, but you will have a lien against your house if the municipality, the city, the county makes a law saying that the water bill, sewer bill, all that sort of stays on the property, then you as the homeowner must pay it. Suggestion would be having your property manager pay the water bill or whatever the utility is, and then collect that from the tenants. Now, here's a fee that they're going to charge. It's a little okay for me if they charge 10% of the whole utility fee. Like if it's $100 for the utilities, they charge $10 to do the collecting, to do the paying. They have to spend more time doing that. That's not normal. I'm totally fine with that, but that's something that you're going to be watching out for. They might charge you even more than that. So watch out for that sneaky fee. And one of the worst sneaky fees is an early termination fee that they might charge you. Let's say you're working with this company and they say, we have an early termination fee of $350. If you stop working with us within this first year or a year or whatever it is, we're going to charge you $350. It's like, no, if you suck as a property manager, I need to be able to fire you and get somebody else right away. It doesn't matter that I am in the middle of a quote unquote contract with you. Strike that out. I'm not going to pay you because you suck and then keep you because I'm afraid of paying that early termination fee. What we want to do is line that out, say, if you suck, you're fired, just like every single employee. And the last thing you need to do is subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, because I'm giving out so much great information on how to invest in real estate rental properties. And don't forget my free real estate investing course. Check in the description, masterpassiveincome.com/free course. My free real estate investing course showing you how to find properties, fund, get money for the properties, buy the properties right, build a business first, make money in passive income, and quit your job. And watch this video right here. You guys are awesome. I'll see you in the next one.